Barry's got the zoomies.
All right. What is up, everybody? Give Leah 1 minute. She'll be right back. She had to run and take care of something real quick. Here we are for part 2. Whew. I had to meditate. Got me in a good little meditation. Hang on. I'm going to close this window real quick. Hold on. There we go. All right. That's still kind of annoying, though, that light right there shining on me. Anywho. All right. Allow me to finish waking up. I've only been awake for 10 or 15 minutes now. So what are y'all up to, man? Y'all doing good? What are y'all up to? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Just got to wait for Leah to get back. There she is. Here comes the bride. And you are dressed in white, too. That's interesting.
It's tan. Look at, do you know how to fix this?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. How far back is
I
it?
have no idea. I spilt soda all over myself.
Murky Metro.
It's
dude.
one of them days.
It's one of them murky Metro days.
You really know how to do this?
Yeah, I can't promise you it'll be real quick.
Well, then let's not do it while we're on live because people are waiting, I guess. It's one of them days, you guys. It's one of them days.
It is. It's a heavy, heavy murky Metro.
But we're still here. We showed up, so
This is a really heavy murky Metro. Really, probably not the heaviest that's been in a while, but not the last one, but the one before that was really heavy. But this one,
one's just annoying. Like, yeah.
I feel the intensity. It's like there's this pressure buildup inside of you that I don't even know how to explain it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Pretty much. All right.
Really intense.
Yeah, we talked about that on the last one. Oh, wait, I didn't want to pin that one because... I'll just put the link. Wait, order here. Okay, so we are accepting questions during the live, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
All right.
But I'm waiting to hear back from 2 of you. So everybody check really quick your emails just to make sure that I didn't reach out to you because there's 2 people on my list. So Life and Anonymous. Those are the 2 people. Let me get... I guess I could just start with this one, and then I'm going to get the list started over here. So first person is Devagopal. I think I said it right. Question is, what will be the outcome of the situation I have with Nandina? I'm talking to her and helping with her for her final year thesis. She assured me of a relationship, but we are not in a relationship now, as she needs time to move on from her previous relationship breakup. Will we end up in a relationship? And when and how long will it last?
That's too many questions.
Well, I told her that. Okay. I said we can look at if they will be together, and then if any of that other stuff pops up, then we'll read it.
Well, first, let's see if it's in the contract. Moon card. Let's see if it's in the soul contract. Hermit reverse, Queen of Swords. Yep, y'all have some karma. Absolutely. And the Empress. Yep. So a long-term relationship is actually in the soul contract. Okay, cool. That's good. That's points for you, right? But as you said, she's carrying lots of past vibrational baggage. Now, what we have to explain here is that when you have karma, what that means is unresolved, unfinished business from a past life. So you're trying to fix in this lifetime what got screwed up in another lifetime. So if it got screwed up in another lifetime, there's no guarantee that it's not going to get screwed up in this lifetime. You see what I'm saying? But the good news is that, yes, something long-term is in the contract. Let me give this person an energy check. How's the energy look with this individual? Death card. Justice reversed, Ace of Swords, Tower card. Okay. Well, I mean, it looks like this person is being honest with you. So that's good. And, I'll tell you if they're not. You know that. But it looks like they are being honest with you. My concern is when it comes to healing from the past, does she know how to do that? That's the question. That's the question. So that's what's kind of lingering in the limbo right now. I'm getting that she's not healing properly. She's just kind of waiting. Just kind of waiting until it feels better, which is not healing. But how long it'll take that to happen, and if she's not healing properly, will she not go through an energy metamorphosis in the time during the interim period? So it's really hard to say right now, to be honest with you, because she's lingering in the limbo, not properly healing. If I had to give it a guess, I would say that you have more energy pushing for you than pushing against you. I'd give it about a 60% chance that the two of you should end up together, but there's still a good 40% that could, best case scenario, get pushed out. Worst case scenario, get blocked altogether because she doesn't really know how to heal. But it's in the contract. You all should, at some point in time, hopefully in the first half of the year, end up together, hopefully. So that's really all I can dig out of that situation right now. All right.
Somebody did email me back. Let me see who it is. Are you able to answer that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not with tarot cards, though, but I mean,
well, the tarot reading. That's not the question right now. That's for somebody else. But
I know that, but yeah, I can answer it.
We don't need to be upset about it.
I'm not upset about it. I'm just.
Well, we can get a different question, or that's why I'm asking you.
Like a different question? How?
I don't know. Okay, let's just move on to the next one.
I mean, if you think you can, that's not really a tarot question. I can explain exactly what's going on, but.
Okay. Next is for Tracy. Am I going to be alone? I became a 41-year-old widow February 21st. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's sad.
That is sad. even know how you're fucking doing it, to be honest with you. Page of Swords. Emperor reversed. Empress. Well, for a little bit. There is absolutely another individual out there who could stay with you until the end of your life. But it's kind of just a matter now of doing some healing and attracting that person in. Right now, yeah, you'll probably be on a little bit of a solo trip for a little bit. And I would imagine that, I don't know, I can't imagine healing for something like that. I can't even wrap my mind around that. But, hopefully, usually the beings that get to experience situations that intense are usually really long-term humans who have been playing this game for a really long time and can handle something like that. So deep down in your soul, I'm sure you know how to handle the situation. But no, to answer your question as directly as possible, will you be alone for the rest of your life? No, absolutely not. Let me see what the second spread says. Magician. Seven of Cups. Karmic Wheel. Okay, so you and the person you were with did successfully complete your whole soul contract. So, I mean, technically, it was a life partnership completed successfully. Technically, but yeah, so that was completed successfully. However, it wasn't a life partnership on your end. There absolutely is somebody else that could come into your life for the rest of your life. I'm thinking that you'll probably entertain the likes of several potential options. But to answer your question as directly as possible, no, you won't be alone. Absolutely not. Next couple years are going to be filled with a lot of change for everybody, especially for you. You'll be good.
Okay, I'm waiting on that person. So next is Kelly. Hi, I just got back from a cross-country road trip with a guy named G. Now he's been very cold with me. I wanted to know, how will our connection go?
Not top G, hopefully.
What? Top G? What did you say?
She's out of the loop. She doesn't even know what I'm talking. That's Andrew Tate.
Oh.
He calls himself Top G.
Oh.
It's a joke. Just playing. All right.
Only a guy would know that. Because I don't think any girls are sitting around watching Andrew Tate. And if they are, they're probably very masculine.
Oh, you're silly. All right, let's see what kind of soul contract you got here. Let's see. Uh-oh, death card. Uh-oh. Well, the connection might have gone kerplunk. Huh. So I'm a little curious. Is this somebody you just met and then went on vacation? And then after the vacation was over, kerplunk. That's what it's kind of looking like here. Lover's card reverse, death card. Looking like it kind of went. Yeah, when a dude starts acting cold out of nowhere, he was super, super interested one day, then just ice cold the next day for no reason. It usually means somebody else is involved. Usually. There's somebody else involved here somehow, some way. I'm just not 100% sure how. But death card, then the soul contract, meaning that whatever it was probably, depending on the length of your all's connection, it was probably what I like to call petty karma, meaning there's all different kinds of karmic contracts. And sometimes it's something really big, something huge and monumental that we have to come together and accomplish. Every now and then, it's just something petty and silly. There's all kinds of weird, ridiculous, frivolous reasons why we have karmic contracts. And more often than not, it's something a little silly and petty. And that's probably what it was. Because with the death card, lover's card reversed, it's kind of looking like this connection went. Let's see what the next spread says. Oh, yeah, see, Seven of Swords. There's somebody else involved. Somebody else involved. This person, I don't know, again, I don't know how long you've known this person, but definitely not an honest, loyal, trustworthy individual. Definitely not. And the World card, completed contract. So, yeah, well, it kind of looks like you all completed whatever reason you all needed to come together. And again, it would blow your mind the ridiculous, frivolous, silly, petty reasons why we have soul contracts. We could speculate all night long, but whatever it was, it completed itself. But it's a good thing, honestly. It's actually a good thing. Believe it or not, this isn't somebody you need in your life. So the universe is kind of doing you a favor, honestly. All right.
Okay, so now we're on this one, but I'm waiting to see if she wants to change her question or because she's funny. I think she already knows what you're gonna say.
Oh. What?
This is like, wait, hold on, she's right here. She said, because I said, if she wants, you can just give her your opinion or advice without the cards, but she already knows what you're gonna say because she hears you say it a lot,
okay.
so she's already knows what you're gonna say.
I mean, yeah, you can even. They're kind of starting to even talk about it on the news now a little bit. They're drip feeding it because the masses wouldn't be able to fucking understand it, so they're drip feeding it out slowly. Now they're starting no taxes if you make less than $150,000 a year. That's just starting it. That's gonna change. I'm telling you.
Well, yeah.
But
okay, so if you're watching, I will refund you after the live. Let me just make a note. Okay, so next person is Christine. It says, we just moved to a small community September 2024. Will we be buying a home here and staying indefinitely or not?
Death card. Ten of Cups reversed, Ten of Pentacles reversed. Well, okay. Well, there are several different reasons why you're there. Several different reasons. I mean, soul contracts, missions, assignments, karmic contracts. There's all kinds of reasons why you're there. So you should be. You were brought there for a reason. With the karmic wheel reversed here. And with the World card, Death card. So yeah, that's where'd it go?
Which one?
Oh, here it goes.
Hmm.
The ending of an old cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. You should be, if you, now, again, a lot of changes are going to be happening. So when it comes to the whole world of buying homes and stuff like that, that's going to be different. But yeah, you should be hopefully planting roots there. If not, I don't know what to tell you, because you got a lot of stuff that you're supposed to be accomplishing there, Empress. You should be planting roots there. Let's see what the spread says, if it'll be any more. Because all my karma cards basically is what came out here in this spread, basically. Like every single karma card came out in one spread. Which would indicate, and again, remember, karma isn't reduced to just romance. And look, as soon as I pull this deck apart, the death card came out again. Ending of an old cycle, beginning of a new one. So remember, karma isn't just reduced to romance only. You can have karma with anybody, friends, family, enemies, lovers. All it means is unfinished business from a past life. Oh, 5 of Wands. 3 of Coins. 8 of Coins reversed. 10 of Cups. Well, here's the funny thing, because this came out in the last spread too. I just didn't mention it. There may be a chance that you might want to abandon the place because there could be some challenges and obstacles that arise. But there are quite a few assignments that you have there where you are. Quite a few. So hopefully, as long as you're on path and developing a relationship with the universe and whatnot, you should be staying there. You're supposed to be planting roots and staying around there for a while because there's a lot of things to be done. But it could be challenging. It could be troublesome. And it could make you want to uproot and bounce and move away. It very well could. Now, I'm not here to tell you whether you should or you shouldn't, but I will tell you that if you do, there will probably still be some incomplete karma. That best case scenario will just have you coming back in the next lifetime trying this all over again. Worst case scenario could bring you back to that town later. So, all right.
Okay. We have a really short list. If you guys want to join us today, we only have about maybe like 15 more minute wait. And then then we're just gonna end it if it's nobody else buys any. So then we'll just do it next week. Okay, so next is for Lily. Who is my divine partner, Tony or Nana or Nana?
I got to do a soul contract for both people. What's the soul contract? For the first person. Ooh, 7 of Swords reversed. Okay. Okay, so I do think that the first person, there is potential for a life partnership, but I wouldn't call it divine life partner. Again, just remember that when you meet your divine life partner, you'll never be confused if it's them or somebody else. Okay. Now, this person's a near and dear member of your soul family. You could potentially build a life partnership with this person, but the first person isn't your divine life partner. I don't think you have karma with them either. So that's really confusing. It would take me like 20 minutes to break that down and explain that. Where, how do I explain this? It's kind of like a backup timeline, if that makes any sense. Where you have a bunch of different soulmates that are playing certain parts in this life. And some of them, it's like, hey, if we end up crossing paths at this point, you want to come together and see if we can make this happen? If so, cool. If not, no big deal. Like a backup contract. Does that make sense? That's the quickest way I can explain it off the top of my head. Let's look at the Nana person.
Banana. That butt just be hanging out. She must have a nice ass, or somebody who has a nice. This Nana person. I'm gonna make an executive call here, because that's the first thing I saw. Booty cheeks is flying out as soon as he put that card over.
All right. Oh, you do have karma with the Nana person. So the only person that you have a prominent contract with is the Nana person. But neither of them are your divine life partner. Now, I just use that phrase to try to explain what I mean by your actual person, because so many people like to say, who is my soulmate? You have hundreds of thousands of soulmates. Every person that you've ever met is a soulmate. So I try to make it like, you're something that you can understand means the one person who aligns with your highest good. When you meet that person, you're never going to be confused as to whether it's them or someone else. I promise you, when you meet that person, you're never going to be like, is it you or is it you? That's not going to happen. However, with the Nana individual, you do have karma with that person. With the first one, backup contract, you could, if you wanted to cut the contract with the Nana person or complete it or whatever and step away from that, you could potentially build something with that person, but there's not a prominent contract. So you would have to take quite a bit of time basically writing the contract in real time. I would say that if you had to choose one of them, you want to choose the Nana, because there's actually a contract there.
And they got a big butt.
Okay, yeah, there you go. All right.
That would be so funny if they actually do.
I never know.
Or, well, I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. I mean, some guys have big butts. You never know.
You know what the funny thing is? For some reason, that deck I've used millions of times. But as you were saying it, I thought it like a minute before you said it. For some reason.
A minute before I said it?
Like a second before you said it. Like as soon as it came down, that's the first thing I noticed. But I wasn't going to say anything.
The big old butt cheeks, you can't miss those things.
But I've seen that card a million times. I never noticed that ash there. I never paid attention to it. But for some reason, as soon as I notice it, you say it. And I'm like, oh my God. She be in my head like that. Always in my head like that. I think it. And as I'm thinking it, she's saying it. It's been like that for the last 6 years now.
And then didn't we get a reading with somebody and they said that?
Yeah. Oh, it was the astrologer lady,
yeah.
wasn't it? Yeah. Yep.
They're like, she's like, she can hear your thoughts, right?
No, yeah, I know. Trust me, I know.
A blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
No, it's not that bad. Okay, next is Sterling. My ex and I have been separated 4 months. He confessed he had a meaningless one-night stand. Was it a friend of mine or someone I don't know? Do we have a chance to get back together?
Okay.
Oh, I didn't see that was 2 questions in there.
Well, yeah, that's 2 questions. Well, here's the thing.
Well, you wouldn't be able to know who it was anyway, so we can at least see.
Yeah, I can't.
Since
First
I'm
of
not
all,
like a psychic.
it's your ex, first of all. So I can't really dig into the details of somebody else's life. Can't tell you who it is. I'm not a medium, not a psychic medium. I have to look at the soul contract. Because again, at the end of the day, one of the main reasons why, even when I do get psychic downloads, which I do sometimes, Spirit won't tell me details like that, because what difference does it make? What will that knowledge change? Nothing. You know what difference it'll make? It'll piss you off. That's what it'll do. So that's one of the reasons, among many, that Spirit, even when I do get psychic downloads, Spirit won't give me information like that. Let me see what the soul contract looks like. And I don't know. I'm just one of those people. I don't agree with the whole thing about men just being able to just meaninglessly fuck around and it's okay. It's meaningless. No. If you fucking did that, that means you don't love her. I don't give a fuck.
True.
Death card. Completed contract. Yeah. So, contract is complete. So, it means it would require quite a bit of work to come back together and make it happen. But technically, on paper, it is possible. It is absolutely possible. Let's see. I guess let's give this person an energy check. Moon card reversed. Queen of Coins. Yeah, Hierophant. See? Yeah, Ace of Cups reversed. So here's the thing. Let me see if I can break this down and explain it in man language. Most men really, really, really seriously struggle to find a mate a lot more than you would realize. Some men get good at playing the game. That's a different story. But it's not that it was meaningless. It was, wow, I have an option to get laid real quick. Now, though, his options have dried up and he has no other options, right? It wouldn't be so meaningless if he could get that person to come back into his life. But now it feels like his options are dried up. So when a man feels like his options are dried up and he's afraid that, he might end up alone, he has about a 90% chance of trying to get back with one of his exes if he's scared of being alone and feels like he has no other options. So, yeah. But no, again, karmic wheel in the upright, completed contract, Ace of Cups reversed. Doesn't really look like he was 100% with his heart in it. Because, I don't care. I don't care what they say about men and this and that. If you're going to do that, your heart ain't it. It's just not.
That's true.
It's just not. I mean, I get it. I know what it's like to be a dude. But if your heart doesn't outweigh your dick, you're not in love. You're not in love.
It means you got to smell dick.
You're not in love.
It don't weigh enough.
Yeah, for real. If your dick outweighs your heart,
you ain't
in love. You're just not. Sorry, but when you're into actual love, that will outweigh your dick. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. So, but you all have a completed contract, though. So, I mean, you can give it a try, but it would require some pretty solid work on both parts. And what he'll probably end up doing now, it may take a while. He may walk the line for a good year or two, but eventually he's going to do it again. Eventually. So.
And he'll be like, oops, I slipped.
Yeah.
And I fell inside of another woman.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Next is Tatar. I'm 7 months pregnant. I'm wanting to know what the soul contract is between the baby's father and I. I'm a Capricorn and he's a Cancer.
Opposites. I've seen one example of Cancer Capricorn being successful, but it kind of depends on how you define success. Remember the people I told you I knew in Idaho, and the dude would say, all right, I'm going to work, but he wouldn't go to work. His wife would just drop him off on the street corner and he would fly a sign and pretend to be homeless.
Yes.
He was he was Cancer and his wife was Capricorn.
That sounds about right. You're going to get your ass out there and work.
Yeah.
And you're going to use your emotional manipulative skills to get money and bring it home. We're gonna build an empire.
Oh, he was good at it too. Oh man, he could make
He's
you.
a Cancer. You feel bad for him.
He could put on the Puss in Boots eyes and make you feel so fucking sorry for him. But the thing was with me, it's like, I know you got a fucking nice apartment. You know?
Yeah, she's at home counting them crisp dollar bills while he's out there pulling on them heartstrings.
Yeah.
Wow.
But they seemed like a happy couple though.
I mean, that's a good combo if you want to be in business together. I think that could be that. Actually, they might be onto something.
Anyway, sorry, I'm a bad one. Let's see this soul contract then. Knight of Swords, Tower reversed. King of Cups. Okay, so this is a life partnership contract. It is. Lover's card. Y'all ain't supposed to be going anywhere. Now, I guess the question is, are you all together? You referred to this person as your baby's father, not my boyfriend or husband or whatever. So correct me if I'm wrong, but it kind of sounds like y'all are in separation. You're not supposed to be. Not supposed to be in separation. So when and if separation happens, the soul contract turns from life partnership to karma. So that doesn't happen very often. I could probably count on two hands the number of times I've seen that in my whole career. Let's see.
They said yes, separation.
Okay. Eight of Cups reverse. Wasn't nobody supposed to walk away from this. Wasn't supposed to come to an end. High Priestess reversed. Yeah, okay. Well, so if you're in separation, it's technically currently a karmic tie. That's weird, man. That's weird. I've only seen, like I said, I can probably count on two hands, and I'm being generous when I say that. It's probably less than that. Off the top of my head, I can only remember 5 or less times in my career that I've seen divine life partners actually part ways. But usually, and in every other instance I've seen, it's way later on down the line after they've been together for like 10 or 20 years. Sounds like y'all are not been together that long, I would imagine. So, yeah, well, it was life partnership. You know, crazy things happen. That doesn't happen very often, but now it's technically a karmic tie. So, yeah, I don't know what you want to do with that. I don't know if you want to attempt reconciliation with the person, then that's when it turns into a whole new can of worms right there. But to answer your question as directly as possible, it was supposed to be a life partnership contract. All right.
They said 5 years. He's younger than I.
Okay. Well, 5 years. Okay. Well, that's still pretty recent. Every life partnership contract I've seen that comes to an end, it's usually no less than 10 years. But I mean, hey, everybody's path is different. Everybody's situation is unique. But
okay, next is Summers. My life is in shambles. I tried to reconnect with my son's father, but it ended badly. What's next in love and career? I need a way out. He's with someone else now. I tried to let him see our son. I thought he abandoned us. Then he showed the screenshots of him trying to contact me. Messages never came through to me. It ended badly because I'm still so mad at him. I feel so betrayed. Will I find my true forever person?
well, you're absolutely going to have to heal first. Absolutely 100%. You're going to have to heal first. Remember, the primary law is the law of vibration, and the secondary law is the law of attraction. So there's absolutely going to have to be some healing done before you're able to attract your divine life partner in. Let me see what is due to come in next, though. Let me see what is due to come in next. Justice reversed. Oh, yeah, see? With that energy right there, Let's see if there's anything. King of Cups. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. So you don't have any miscellaneous contracts due to come in. You may be in need of a course correction, honestly. And that doesn't come through like that very often at all. Usually when this card comes through, it's a current situation. This is kind of telling me that if you see, in this life, we make a plan before we incarnate. The analogy I like to use is it's like you planned a trip across the U.S. So like before you incarnated, you said, I'm going to start in LA and I'm going to end in New York. So you make the plan, you pick all the actors and actresses you want to play all the different roles that are going to be played in your life experiences. And you also set up a vast multiplicity of backup plans to keep you bumped in the right direction and keep bumping you on the path when you veer off track. So right now, energetically, if you don't heal the way you should, the next person that comes in is going to have to be a course correction that bumps you back on path. The good news about that is it'll, in retrospect, it'll straighten your path out and you will end up in a really good place in the long run. The bad news is while you're in the middle of that, it's incredibly frustrating and painful, incredibly. But you don't have any other miscellaneous contracts. A course correction is just kind of like a little, hey, you're heading off track right now. I need to send somebody into your life to bump you back on path. But other than that, let's say you do go on a healing journey. Yeah, that's all that's left is your actual divine life partner. Believe it or not, with the Seven of Swords in your soul contracts, everything happening right now is actually happening perfectly according to plan. Believe it or not. I know that may sound crazy. That may sound absolutely insane, but it would blow your mind if you knew how frequently we plan for things in this life to go horribly wrong. We plan it very frequently. Now, does that mean that you planned everything that went wrong in your life? Not necessarily, no. But very frequently, more often than not, when something is going wrong in your life, usually about 75% of the time, you agreed to it. You planned for it to happen that way before you got here. And honestly, that's kind of what you're going through right now. Everything is actually happening according to plan, but it is very, very challenging and very difficult to navigate. And that's the whole reason why you set this up for yourself before you got here, was the spiritual growth that it's going to create once you do pop out the other side of this. But yeah, there's no other miscellaneous contracts due. If you're able to really get on a healing path, which I know how hard that is, I'm not downplaying it and trying to make it sound easy. It's incredibly challenging. Your actual divine life partner is on the other side of all this, on the other side of it. And by the time you make it there, you'll look back on the version of you that you are right now and not recognize yourself. So there's quite a bit of transformation on the other side of what you're going through right now. Quite a bit, a whole lot. You're going to turn into a version of yourself that you never even knew existed. So believe it or not, in the future, you'll be able to look back on everything that's happening right now and it'll make sense. Don't drive yourself nuts trying to figure it out right now. I promise you, you won't. You won't figure it out right now. All right.
Okay. You okay?
Yeah. I'm trying to give the most valuable message that I can, you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I'm changing this question. Okay, next is for Anonymous. My friend Tom and I are only friends. Is a soulmate friend. What was the purpose of it? What's the purpose of the friendship?
Okay. Nine of Cups. So when you say what, well, here's the confusing part. You say Tom and I are friends. Are is present tense. What was the purpose of it was is past tense. So what is it you're asking about? What was the purpose of something you are currently experiencing? That's a little bit confusing. You mean what is the purpose of it? Why are you all connected right now? Is that what you're asking?
Why did we meet?
Okay.
That's what I was saying. Like, what is their purpose of their friendship?
Well, this is a relationship contract. It is a relationship contract, but with the Knight of Wands energy there, the Knight of Wands, here's the thing about the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands gets a really bad reputation for being a bad guy. The Knight of Wands is not a bad guy. He's just very impulsive, very flaky, very fickle. You know, he can be really excited about something one minute and then change his mind the next minute really quickly. He doesn't know what he wants. He's flaky. And it has to do with immaturity. Now, it's not as immature as a page, but the Knight of Wands kind of has energy of maybe a 23 to 25-year-old, you know. So this is a relationship contract, though. It's supposed to be with the Ten of Cups here.
You mean a friendship contract?
No.
Oh, they're supposed to
be a relationship contract. But that doesn't guarantee that it will be.
So he likes her?
Well, that's the thing. Let me give this person an energy check. I got to figure out what the blockage is because there is a blockage here. Something is blocking it.
She said, yes, controlling. He's all over the place. That's why I don't want a relationship with him. Friends only.
Oh. Okay. Well, let's see. Well, then.
Because he's a hot mess.
There we have it. We have the blockage there. Let's see if anything else wants to come through.
The chastity belt is on and locked. I see he has anxiety. Yes.
Well, I could see that. Okay. V-Star card. Seven of Swords. And then there's the Knight of Wands again. So, yeah, I think that is the blockage. That's the blockage. That's what's putting a dent in this contract. So what I would recommend is if you don't want a relationship with this person, I'm not here to tell you that you should or you should not. I don't have the authority to tell you that. But what I will say is if you don't, you might want to cut this person off completely and completely do everything that you can to shed this person's energy off of you. Because if you don't, well, then that's how we have a karmic tie. Because remember what I always tell you, a karmic contract is unfinished business from a previous lifetime. Well, this is where it starts right here in this lifetime. It starts in the lifetime where the soul contract gets messed up. So, yeah, if you don't want a relationship with the person, I'm not here to tell you to get with somebody you don't want to get with. If you don't want to, then don't do it. Just know that if you don't, it would be in your best interest to completely cut the person out of your life because you're just going to spin in circles and it's going to turn into a shit show. And shed this energy, shed this person's energy, transmute it, release it. I cut this contract. I don't agree to this contract. I don't want to do this anymore. And allow your higher self to shift you to a different timeline.
What if they want to be friends?
Well,
He said he lives with his wife. I don't know if they are together. I think they are just together just because I'm not stupid.
oh, okay.
We are only friends.
Okay. Well, then just be careful with that then, I'm telling you. Because
maybe sometime in the future, though, like it's supposed to still be in the contract.
I mean, according to what I'm seeing, it was supposed to have happened already. So this is a good example of how these karmic contracts happen. So, he still lives with his wife. He's not supposed to be with that person. They were supposed to have completed their contract. Then the two of you were supposed to have come together. But his energy is so sporadic and all over the place. He's fucking everything up in his life. He's creating karma left and right, front and center, and left and right. And
Karma man.
Yeah. Karma man. But
Karma man. Da, 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 da.
so I mean, if you want to keep this person in your life, okay, but you all have pretty much already overshot your target, you know. So you're playing a dangerous game, keeping somebody in your life like that when the way the contract was supposed to happen, it's already been screwed up, and we're still keeping each other around. That's a ticking time bomb, dude. Ticking time bomb. Ticking time bomb. It could potentially blow up into some nasty, ugly, unnecessary drama that you don't want to be a part of. Potentially. Just saying.
That's crazy. All right, next is Mix. Has Art been in my energy again while we're in no contact?
Well, I can tell you right now, this person's in your energy, or you wouldn't even be asking about them. Let me look at the connection. Hierophant reversed. Yeah, see? Five of Pentacles reversed. This person has always been in your energy. It's not really a matter of, again, you never released this person. So, yeah, see, Death reversed. You have never released it. So, yes, this person is in your energy. Absolutely. You haven't, again, I always try to figure out the quickest ways to explain this stuff. You haven't fully released something until you are so certain behind exactly why it was meant to happen the way it happened that you're glad it happened. That's when you fully released it. When you genuinely feel gratitude for a negative experience. When you feel gratitude for it, like genuinely feel it in your heart. You know, you're happy that it happened the way that it happened because you understand why it happened. That's when you released it. If you haven't done that, you haven't released it. And you may be thinking, well, goddamn, well, who does that? Exactly. Not very many people. That's why there's so many people stuck on the karmic wheel. So, yeah, this person's absolutely in your energy. Absolutely. 100%. Death reversed again. Second time in a row. 100%. Absolutely. So, I don't know what else to look at here other than to answer your question directly. Yeah. Yep. You and this person are still very tightly, energetically, and possibly karmically tied. But I haven't had the karma card, but yeah, that's usually what will manifest into a karmic contract. So, yeah, Devil card, King of Cups reversed. Yeah. This person's absolutely in your energy. 100%.
Okay. Next is for T. Will my former best friend and I ever become friends again? We split 7 years ago after I stood firm on my boundaries with her. I miss our relationship. I feel that.
When you stand on a boundary and lose a friend, that's not a loss. Think about that. You don't lose. Matter of fact, I posted that on Facebook. Was that today or yesterday? And you set boundaries. You don't lose friends. That's not friends that you lose from setting boundaries. But let me just see the soul contract here.
If you're talking about a former best friend, I totally feel that. I had to do the same thing. And I miss my old best friend like so much. I even cry sometimes. Because I had to set a boundary too. It hurts.
Well, let's see. I mean, there's still a karmic tie here. But in order for the two of you to come back around, and you would have to come back around and completely rearrange the energetic dynamic of the whole thing. Okay. That's the thing, is that you wouldn't be able to come back and have what you all had again, because what you had again wasn't a good thing. It's whether or not you see that yet. Kind of like you and your friend.
Mhm.
Like, you feel like what we had was a good thing, but it really wasn't. It really wasn't a good thing. May have been fun. You may have loved that person. I'm not saying you didn't, but you would have to come back together and completely rearrange the entire energetic dynamic. Now, I do not see that this person has made the slightest bit of a vibrational change. This person's still the exact same person that you walked away from.
They said she definitely has to be willing to change.
Yeah.
It's like the exact same thing that I went through and that I am going through, I guess.
Mm.
Like to a T.
Yeah. And every now and then you hear a little birdie will land on your shoulder and tell you a little story about your friend, and
and then immediately make me realize, oh, okay, maybe that's a good thing we're not friends. So
yeah. So
but during these retrogrades, especially, it'll make you kind of miss them and think back on, man, I had some good times. Like we were like sisters, and then it's just people don't want to change. They don't want to grow. They don't want to, and it's sad you have to put yourself first.
Yeah.
And sometimes other people, they gotta stay behind. But
well, that's what happened when I reached out to my old friend a week or two ago. I was feeling real sad about it. I was feeling real sad about it. So, I fell out with somebody 3 years ago, and we were real good friends, but this person crossed the fucking line, and I had to set some boundaries. And I finally reached out and cleared the air. Sometimes you got to do that, but
not always, because
sometimes
if they are really toxic, like no.
Yeah, sometimes you got to do that.
Because then the cycle is just gonna repeat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it's like you're gonna have to restate your boundary.
Mm-hmm. And I could just tell by his response that he hasn't changed none either. So I was like, okay, whatever, But I was feeling the same way. I was feeling real sad about it. And it sucked. I hated to have to do that. Hated that. And I still hate it. I still think back on those days with fucking, like, my heart sinks when I think back to those days. But it just be like that sometimes. So, Nine of Cups reversed. There's still a karmic tie here, like I said. But I just don't really see this person making much of a change. Not really. I don't think so. I mean, you could give it a try. Again, depending on how toxic this person was. Have you shot a closure message to this person? Like we were just kind of talking about that. I had to do that recently. You believe that's not a good idea to do in your situation?
I don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah. Just feel it out.
I said yes.
You have? Okay. That can push things in a good direction on your end. But as far as this person, that can shift the trajectory of her timeline. But as far as whether or not she's willing to climb up out of that old energy is a whole different story. Totally different story. I'm just not seeing right now, as of this current moment, she hasn't made an energetic change. And I can't predict whether or not she will, because that's her own free will. You can't predict whether or not somebody's going to make a decision like that, because that's really hard work. Really hard work. Making a change like that is not easy work. So that's why most people just don't do it.
Yeah.
So as of right now, it's not really looking like it, to be honest with you. Not right now. But
so all we can do is cry. That's what I do. I'll just cry sometimes, and then because it's honestly like you're mourning like a death of like someone, because it's. Here, I have an idea. Why don't me and you be friends? Because we're both hurting about our old friends, so we can be best friends. We can relate on this. I really do feel this one. Like this one, it feels personal. Like I can totally relate to this one. Anyways, yeah, that's so sad. I hope that helped you though. Alrighty, we have. Oh, did I have a new list up here yet? Let me see how many we have. Okay, we only have 2 left. So if you wanted to get on our list, add the link. for $25 for one question. $25, you ask one question. Really, the wait is not that long. It's going to be maybe like 10 minutes. There's only 2 people, and I'm reading one of them right now. So, now and never, now and never. Next is for SJ. Is Texas the right move?
Well, here's the question. Is there anything standing in your way? Is there anything standing in your way? If there's not, then I can tell you that the universe permits it. But here's where it gets slippery, is that usually the human's version of right move and the universe's version of right move can sometimes be 2 very different things. I can tell you, though, if there's nothing standing in your way, it's permitted by the universe. The universe is not going to open a door that it does not want you to go through. But does that always mean there's going to be a positive experience through that door? Not always. Not always. That's a different story for a different time. But 10 of coins reversed, tower reversed. So, well, yeah. You have the 2 of wands. So 2 of wands is the card of being at a crossroads. So when you're at a crossroads, that means you can take this path or this path, and it doesn't matter. You do have some karmic contracts that you could be taken care of down there. Are you single by chance? I don't know if you're single or not.
They said lots of stuff. I think when you asked what's preventing you, they said lots of stuff, custody stuff, and hitting roadblocks with getting funds together, etc.
Okay. So there are some soul contracts that you could take care of there. There are some soul contracts. So you have some obstacles in the way. So obstacles aren't necessarily a game changer, but roadblocks. If you go to take action towards this, you already know the obstacles in your way, but roadblocks. If the universe starts putting up roadblocks, you know, when I say roadblocks, that means shit that makes no sense. You know, like, for example, let's say you just bought a brand new car and you go to get in your car to move and the engine blows and you just bought it yesterday. Goofy example, but seriously, the universe will do shit that makes abso-fucking-lutely no sense when you're not supposed to be doing something. But you do have some soul contracts down there. You do. But with the 2 of wands here, it doesn't really matter. It's not the right move. It's not the wrong move. I do think that you have some karma, not prominent karmic contracts, but you absolutely have some karmic contracts down there that you could clear. If you're single, well, actually, it doesn't matter if you're single or not. There is a potential relationship down there. So yeah, there is an open door for you. A lot of shit in the way, maybe, but there's an open door for you there. Let's see what the next spread says. Three coins. Karmic wheel again. Okay, so yeah, and the 6 of swords. So it's not the hell was that?
That's Bug. Knock something over. She says there is a relationship down there, but there's red flags.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's definitely a karmic contract. It's definitely a karmic contract. I can't say it's right move, wrong move. Can't really say that. It's permitted. There is a soul contract down there, potential relationship down there. So if you want to do that, there's nothing really the universe isn't going to fight you, basically. And man, it's so complicated. I can't think of. See, retrograde is hard because it's hard for me to find my words. That's why I hate the Mercury retrogrades. I can't find my words. But we do, like you said, there's red flags. We do have the devil card here. If you choose not to, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. If there's too many red flags, there's too many obstacles in the way, and you choose, no, I don't want to do that, that's honestly what I would probably do in your situation. I would probably just hang back and say, no, I'm not doing that. But if you do choose to do that, you have the potential chance to clear some karma, or potentially make it worse, depending on what happens. But yeah, if it was me in your situation, I'm not saying do this. I'm just saying if it was me, I probably wouldn't. Probably not. All right.
Alrighty. He knocked over the stapler.
No.
Because he's laying on my printer.
I didn't even know he was over there. That scared me.
Yeah. All right. Next is Taraya. I hope I said that right. Why can't I attract new love?
How long have you been trying? When was your last relationship? Put it to you like this. Remember, the primary law is the law of vibration. The secondary law is the law of attraction.
She said about a month.
Okay. You don't attract love. That's one of the many, many, many things that's so messed up about the dating world today, and has been for a long time. You don't attract love. Love doesn't come in. You attract a person, and you only attract according to the frequency in which you vibrate. So if I'm vibrating at a frequency of brokenness and emptiness, the only way I can attract a person is if that person matches the frequency of brokenness and emptiness. And if I do that, I bring a person into my life on a vibration of brokenness and emptiness. Brokenness and emptiness is what will manifest between the two of us. Now, that's the condensed in a nutshell version.
She said, my last relationship was 3 years ago, but we never stopped messing around, but we had a big tower moment, and so we don't speak at all.
Well, so world card reversed. It's not new love that you're not attracting. You still have this person's energy all over you. All over you. So the next soul contract that's due to come in can't come in because this person's energy is blocking it from coming in. Because like you said, you never really stopped fooling around. So it's been repeating the same cycle on and off and on and off and on and off and on and off. And then the universe finally kicked the tower over to try to force the two of you apart. So it's not new love that you're not attracting. You're not vibrating at the frequency of love because you're attached to a person that's, keeping you locked down into the frequency you were on when you met them. So let's see what the second spread says. Two of Wands reversed. Yeah. So the number one priority right now is your vibration. The number one priority is your vibration because vibration is the primary law. So you want to make sure you clear this person's energy out of your field as much as you possibly can. Do as much healing as you possibly can. Okay? Because if you stay vibrating at the same frequency, you will either A, keep attracting the same person, or B, keep attracting the same demon in a different body. So yeah, you need to shed this person's energy off of you before you can attract different. And that can take some time. What I would do if I was you is I would at least go into this with the mentality of I'm going to dedicate all of 2025 to nothing but shedding this person's energy off of it. Now, will it take all of 2025? Who knows? Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But you have to at least be going into it willing, with that mentality. Hey, maybe you'll get a wild hair up your ass and go through such a massive transformation. It'll only take a few months. You never know. Everybody's different. But that's what I would be doing. And then the next person you attract will be very different. Very, very different.
Okay. Next is for Miranda K. And she has two questions. So we're going to read the first one. First, it says, is there something I can do to change what seems to block me from my tarot readings online getting bigger, or is it meant to be this long?
Well, that's a really, 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 really oversaturated market in today's day and age. Really oversaturated.
I feel like everything's oversaturated.
Yeah.
You can't do anything original anymore.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Well, it's not your highest calling. You haven't yet, hang on, how am I going to say this? It's not quite time for you to step in and play the role of your highest calling. Your highest calling probably doesn't even exist yet. Probably not. So it's not that it's not really a part of your path, it's that it's not your highest calling. And when something's not your highest calling, it's really, 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 really dangerous to play with trying to do something that'll get you stuck there. Because if it started blowing up and getting real big, the first thing you would start doing is you would start modeling your whole life around it. Your whole livelihood would revolve around it. Once you're paying all your bills, buying all your food, your whole livelihood depends on it, and you're stuck there. Then you can't transition away from it. And if it's not your highest calling, the universe is not going to let you get stuck in it like that. Unless you have the power to walk away from something like that, which is, trust me, it's a lot scarier than you would think. If you was to become a career professional reader, would you be able to listen to the universal nudge and just walk away from it when the time is right? We all think we would, but that would be scary. Let me see what the second spread says. So basically, the universe isn't really letting you get comfortable because it's not your highest calling. Empress reversed again. Fool card reversed, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Don't drive yourself nuts trying to chase like a career. Do it for fun. Do it for the fun of it. Do it because it's fun. And like I said, your highest calling is yet to come. It's yet to come. And then when it does come, you'll be able to look back on this and understand why the universe wouldn't let you get stuck doing that. So yeah, it's the universe blocking you. It'll make sense later. All right, what's the other one?
She said, so just do something else? Or would that be another question?
I mean, do whatever you want. I mean, so here's the question. The question is, you'll only do it if it's going to be successful. You wouldn't do it for fun or for free? Do you not want to do it if it's not going to blow up and get big? Then the question is your heart in it? Do you really love it? Do it if you enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, don't do it. But if you're going to do it for the fun of it. Do it for the passion. You know, even if it's just one person whose life you can change, do it for that.
She said, no, I will do it for free.
Okay. Well, I would continue doing it. If you feel called towards something else, then do that. But yeah.
Said I just need to support my kids.
Yeah. So I don't even need to I don't need to go down that path right now. You will answer your highest calling in the next
I know you.
Couple years. You'll answer your highest. Your highest calling has yet to come. Okay. Yet to come. So if you do end up manifesting, having things blow up like that, be careful, because you will be put in a situation where you'll have to walk away from it in the next probably 2 years, 3-4 years at the most. So, yeah, do it for fun.
And yeah, I totally get that. It's rough out here. Like trying to survive and have kids and make sure their needs are met and all that. So I get that.
Well, I mean, everybody's having a rough time in today's day and age.
Well, I mean, like I understand like her wanting it to like pick up. You know what I mean? Because it's like you want extra for your kids and all that.
Yeah.
And for yourself too. Like shoot.
Yeah.
We gotta get our nails done too. Well, I need to get my nails done. They'll be looking ratchet as hell. I think I'm gonna get them taken off. Okay, so her other question is, there's this girl that I found on TikTok, and as crazy as it sounds, I feel a soul bond. Can you check our connection? She doesn't know I exist. I don't know. But long story short, I was straight, so I thought I see this girl on TikTok and instantly have some crazy reaction and want to know what the connection is and if she will ever know me.
Hangman. So there's a lot of things going on here. Most importantly, in retrospect, it's what I kind of like to call a course correction. Right now, there are a lot of things happening in your life that you're not aware of how it's impacting your path. So first of all, usually when you have a course correction like that, the universe uses a very, very near and dear member of your soul family that you've had many, many lifetimes with. Many lifetimes. So you feel a really, really, really strong sense of soul recognition. It has nothing to do with sexuality, but that's just the way we think as humans. Really strong feeling of soul recognition, and that is going to energetically influence your path. Like since this person connected with you on an energetic level, your path is no longer going to be the same at all. So is this person meant to play a permanent role in your life? No, they're meant to change the trajectory of your path. Now, if it comes down to the point where you all have to come together like that, then, so be it. But it's not supposed to be a permanent role in your life. It's meant to alter the trajectory of your path. And the good news is that there's a purpose behind it and a reason. You're not just making this up in your head. The bad news is, though, sometimes, depending on a bunch of different things, these kind of connections can sometimes be the most frustrating connections that we experience because it's really intense. It's really, really crazy, but it's not working out the way we want it to, and it doesn't make sense. If it made sense, it wouldn't work, If it made sense, the universe wouldn't need to use that. So yeah, this is mainly, again, there's a Six of Cups again. You all have had many, many lifetimes together. What you're feeling is what I like to call soul recognition. Again, it has nothing to do with sexuality, but if that's where you want to take it, that's on you. You can do that if you want. But yeah, it's a really strong sense of soul recognition, and it's altering the trajectory of your path. So whether you realize it or not, whether you want it or not, this is changing the course of your path. You're not on the same path now since you've become quantum entangled with this individual. So yeah, it depends. Like I said, whether or not the two of you actually come together depends on how difficult it is to pull you onto the path you need to be on. If you're not making the necessary moves to get on the path you need to be on, which can happen because when this happens, the reason why it happens is because it's a path that you never would have found if left to your own devices. So the universe is like energetically hog tying you and dragging you down a path. So sometimes, yeah, you could maybe potentially have to actually come together with this person. It just depends on what it takes to get you on that path. So, all right. Oh, there we go. There's another one.
I know. I'm trying to see. Someone said that they paid through Cash App with no picture.
Cash App.
Yeah, you could pay with Cash App.
Oh, you have that option on there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I would have got notified for that.
Yeah, we get notified email when somebody pays. So, did it take out of your Cash App account? Let me check on the website. Because remember that one time I was doing that thing where like it wouldn't email us when an order would come in, and then I'll never forget. That was August.
Wouldn't that last retrograde?
2024.
That was the last retrograde.
That day will haunt me for a very long time. And you know I'm not good at remembering dates. Okay, it was August 28th. The day we got screwed over from Square.
Current balance is that.
It doesn't go to Cash App. They can pay with Cash App, and it goes to our website. It's through our website. It's just a payment option, just like you could pay with PayPal, like that. Except they don't allow PayPal on here anymore. I don't know why.
No.
We do have one more, but hold on a second. I need to find out if I'm missing something. Okay, what name did you pay with and when did you pay? Because I don't have your name on here and I don't have anybody under the name Jenny either. Because our website, if you buy something on our website, it should go. Okay, I just got something right now from you, so maybe it didn't go at first. It went through now. Okay, yeah. All right, well, thanks for checking. Sometimes, it's Mercury retrograde. Everything's going to be all, you think it went through and it didn't really go through. Plot twist. So. Oh, okay. So this is going to be the same person from earlier asking about Texas. So.
Oh, okay. We're going to have to come up with some ways to make this retrograde go by fast.
I'm going to cry. Okay, so SJ, again, it says, if I don't go to Texas, what would be due to come in?
Okay. That will probably be a very layered answer. Yeah, see? Because you got that karmic tie there. Well, it's not just that cut and dry and simple, because right now there is a karmic tie and there's a window of opportunity. And not only is there a karmic tie, but the two of you have already initiated that karmic contract as coming together. So it's not just as simple as whether you do or don't go to Texas. You would definitely need to completely release and cut this contract first. But I just had to throw that in there so that you know. Let me see. Three of Swords reverse. There's another karmic wheel right there. And 10 of Cups. So there is another potential karmic contract. But don't let the word karma alarm you. We in the spiritual community, we need to come up with some new words and some new phrases, because that word karma always has a negative stigma attached to it. And yes, they can be notoriously more challenging than other contracts, but it's kind of one of those things that as soon as you hear the word, kind of like bankruptcy, you know, how when you hear that word bankruptcy, it's like, oh my God, it's like this horrible thing when it's really not. You know, some people like do that and it really fucking is a weight off your shoulders. It can really alleviate. Similarly, karma, people hear that word and they're like, oh my God, when really it's not that big of a deal. It can be depending, but the good news is you have the 10 of Cups here. So the next karmic contract, I think, is something with a lot more potential for a life partnership than the one you're dealing with now. All karma means is unfinished business from a past life. So, yeah. But again, like I said, this is a little bit more complicated than that because there's still a karmic tie. There's a karmic tie, and you all have already started kind of initiating the process of it coming together. So you would, if you choose not to, you know, you would definitely want to completely release this person's energy and clear it completely as much as you can. I know that's hard to do. But yeah, the next one, though, a lot more potential for a life partnership than this one. You know, there's lots of karmic partners right now who are building life partnerships. It happens all the time. Happens all the time. Actually, I could be wrong on this, but if I had to take a stab at it, I would say that of all the life partnerships that are happening right now on the planet, probably 75% of them are karmic in nature. Most of them are. So, yeah, I would. There would probably be a lot more potential for a life partnership if you choose not to.
Okay, next is Jenny. Will I reconcile with my husband? Divorce is next month.
Woo. Let's see what the contract looks like. Is it complete? Is it incomplete? Magician. Oh, star reversed. Just fell out there. That didn't feel right. I'm going to stick it back in the deck. If it's meant to come out, it'll come back out. Let's see, is it complete? Is it complete or incomplete? Oh, 10 of coins, sun reversed. Oh, it's incomplete with the karmic wheel reversed there. Uh-oh. But devil card, 7 of swords. Somebody here isn't bringing very good energy to the table. Yeah, lover's card. So yeah, it definitely wasn't supposed to end. It wasn't supposed to. It's not supposed to be going down like this. So it's currently a karmic tie. My question is, whose energy is this?
Uh-oh.
Who's this? Who's the toxic, lying, cheating, deceitful little shitbag? Who's that? That's the question. Because whoever that is, no judgment here. I don't care if it's you or him. But whoever it is needs to do away with that energy.
She
Whoever
said his.
That's his. Yeah. It's not. He's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. 7 of Cups. So far, I'm not seeing a very decent change in his energy. But I can tell you that it wasn't supposed to. This divorce isn't supposed to happen. That's not part of the soul contract. That's not part of it. I guess let me try to see if I can dig a little bit deeper into his energy. Three of Swords reversed, 6 of Cups reversed. Wow. He's very conflicted on the inside. He's very, very conflicted. There's that karmic wheel again.
He must be a Libra.
There's the Libra card.
Is that really?
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Well, he is very, very conflicted, though, because, see, usually this kind of thing happens as a result of
Taurus
trauma, building and building and building and building and building that's unprocessed, where deep down he can feel that he's fucking up. Deep down, at the deepest level, he knows it's not supposed to be going like this. But he's overriding it with his ego. He's basically going ego over spirit. Ego thinking, oh, I'm going to make this happen this way, and I'm going to do this, and blah, 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 blah. But deep down, he's terrified. He can feel this ain't the way it's supposed to be going. But his ego is talking him into thinking that everything's going to be okay. Not.
She said he's a Taurus.
A Taurus? Oh.
His favorite.
Oh. Well, that completely throws a huge monkey wrench in the whole thing. A Taurus. I've personally never witnessed a Taurus change. I've never seen it. Now, does that mean it's never happened? No, I'm not saying that. Does it mean that it can't happen? No, not saying that. But I'm very familiar with Taurus energy, extremely familiar. Both of my biological parents are Taurus. My first wife and the mother of my kids is Taurus.
Your stepmom.
And my stepmom, which my mom's gay now. She's been married to a woman for over 20 years. She's a Taurus. I have a real good idea of how that energy works and how it influences people. And I've never seen a Taurus change, ever, 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 ever. So I hope y'all can reconcile this
But to be fair, a lot of those Tauruses that you mentioned are very low vibe.
Yeah.
So, you know, a high vibe Taurus, you know, if you're in the chat, that's not impossible.
Right.
It's just people who are not even willing or even playing with that idea.
Well, you saw that devil card, 7 of Swords. That's a pretty low vibe Taurus.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and she said he is low vibe. So yeah, he's probably not gonna do much changing.
Honestly, it's not really looking too good.
Alcohol and drugs.
Oh. Yeah, it's not really looking too good, but I can tell you that, you know, it's not going according to contract. So hopefully that's one thing working for you. Hopefully y'all can figure it out, but it's honestly not looking too good right now.
All right, next is Cat Kit. Should I leave my relationship of 20 years?
Oh, shit. Hierophant. Uh-oh, Tower. Well, shit. Well, that's a tricky question. It depends on what you mean by should I. Because with the Lovers card here, why have I been seeing this happen so many times today?
Which one?
Is this the theme for the day? I've been seeing this happen. This doesn't come through very often, but this has come through. This is like the 5th time I've seen this come through here today.
There's always a theme.
Lovers card. Yeah. Life partnership. According to contract, you're not supposed to be. But the energy between the two of you, if it's not put in check, it's going to come crashing down no matter what. So I don't know who did what. We do have 7 of Swords here, so it does look like dishonesty, trust issues, deceit, secrets being kept, whatever. Or even if it's just simple trust issues, even if there's no dishonesty happening. Trust issues, building and building and building. If the energy isn't put in check, it's like the universe is probably going to kick the tower over on you anyway, but it's not supposed to be happening. Not supposed to be. This is a life partnership. Let's see what the second spread says. Good God. That's been coming through for everybody. If anybody that's new to my channel, I don't sugarcoat my tarot readings. I do not. People get mad at me all the time, and I hate it. I don't want to make people mad, but I'm going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you what comes through. So when I tell you that this is a life partnership, you best bet your damn skippy ass I'm being serious.
She says, how do I put that energy in check?
Well, it depends on the situation. It depends on the nature of what's going on. It depends on who did what. Did you cheat? Did they cheat? Did anybody fucking cheat? Is it just simply a matter of, 5-10 years ago, your all's energy went off the wrong track and it's just been building and building this whole time? And
she said, I'm an Aqua, he's a Taurus. Like good old Taurus is back in the channel.
That's a challenging energetic combination.
Good luck. I feel like we were just saying in the last one.
But I mean,
good luck getting him to change.
If y'all made it happen for 20 years, though.
True,
but
true.
yeah. Taurus changing. I've never seen it. Hopefully, I'll meet the Taurus one day that proves me wrong. I'm not saying proves me wrong again, because I'm not saying that it can't happen. I've just never seen it happen. Every Taurus I've ever met is the exact same person their whole life.
Is the person you're in a relationship with, are they the same as 20 years ago? I'm just curious. Just for like
That is a good question.
shits and giggles.
That is a good
Just
question.
wondering, or have they changed at all? Or are they the same person?
That is a good question. So, devil card. These long-term relationships, man, that's one of the slipperiest things to read, because there's no one thing that just you can do as an individual to change it. And there's no one thing that just they can do to change it. But there are some things you can do to influence the situation. Are you capable of, at least for now, just stepping back and saying, you know what, it's cool. It is what it is. You are who you are. I'm just going to accept that. Can you do that? That only works if, now, if this person is constantly at you, then that's not going to work. It's only going to work if you're the one who's very upset with everything that they do. Again, it depends on the dynamic of the situation. The only thing that I can tell you is that this isn't supposed to come to an end according to the soul contract.
She said, tired of trying to solve the puzzle and invite him to evolve. Slowly, he's spreading his wings.
Well.
So again, maybe he's just not wanting to do any changing.
Well.
Give him a Red Bull.
gives you wings.
Yeah, and he's the Taurus bull.
Yeah. Well,
maybe it'll give him some wings.
Technically, I don't really have the authority to tell you that you should or should not walk away from a contract that's not complete. Every now and then there's exceptions to that, very rarely sometimes, but very generally speaking, I'm not allowed to tell you that you should walk away if it's not complete. But, you know, the energy is getting to a point where you're evolving and he's not. And again, the primary law is the law of vibration. If the two of you become an energetic mismatch, then you're going to separate anyway by way of universal law. It's going to get to a point where the two of you won't even be able to hold a conversation, you know, and that's sad to see that happen.
She said, yes, and being upset at everything is not who I am. I get that too.
Well, yeah, that's the only thing that I could really recommend. Is maybe a difficult thing to do, but to just completely release and say, you are who you are. You do what you do. I'm focusing on me. Maybe a hard thing to do. I'm not saying that it's easy, but that'll leave a couple of choices on the table. Either he'll say, okay, well, later on then, and he'll go this way, or he will feel you. See, when you start energetically separating from somebody, even if you're thousands of miles apart, they'll feel that. He will feel the energy, you know, getting further and further away. Hopefully, he'll feel that and it'll inspire him to vibrationally rise to meet you. Hopefully. But again, you're dealing with a Taurus, so I hate to sound biased, but that.
Okay. Let's move on to the next one here. Next is Coco. My ex is trolling me. What are his intentions? What? Why are you quiet? What are his intentions? Snap out of it.
When somebody trolls you, what do you think their intentions are?
I don't know.
Trolling you, what do you mean by that? You mean like trying to piss you off, or that's kind of like if you can imagine me saying, okay, this person's stabbing me. What are their intentions?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
What?
Like maybe they're like stalking or something, or I don't know. Are you in the chat, Coco? Coco! You can just like, what was this person's intentions? Or just disregard that part.
What this person's basically doing is not wanting to lose. I don't even know how to explain this. This person wants to still have emotional power over you, basically. And what toxic people do is they'll do anything that they can to get a reaction out of you because that tells them they still have power over you. That makes them feel good about themselves. If I can get you to react negatively, that'll make me feel good about myself because that means I have power over you. It makes me feel important because if I have no power over you, you know, that makes me feel so unimportant and unseen. Makes me feel completely irrelevant and invalid. So he's trying to basically validate himself, make himself feel important. 90% of the time when anybody's trolling you, whether it's somebody that you know, somebody from your past, or a fucking stranger on the internet, that's all they're really doing is they're trying to validate their own existence because they feel stupid, they feel irrelevant, they feel insignificant. And to get a negative reaction out of somebody makes them feel better about themselves. It makes them feel seen. It makes them feel important, you know? So let's see what the second spread says. Queen of Cups reversed, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, they just don't want, he doesn't want to lose control over you. Trying to validate his own existence, basically. That's the only way that I can think to explain it, you know, because if you completely release him, heal, and move on, that's going to make him feel like he's 2 inches tall.
Like his wiener.
Yeah, so.
Sorry, I had to say that. No man should be going around trolling any of his exes.
Yeah.
Or we're going to make fun of his wiener. Okay. Next is Tracy. Love anything new /ex.
Okay. So you're still tied to an ex, right?
Well, she's in the chat, so if you do want to know.
Well, I mean, I know, because if you weren't, you wouldn't be asking about him. So
she says she does not want to be.
Well, you're still tied to the person. So let's see what the contract looks like. Ten of Swords, Two of Wands reversed. Okay, so you don't have any unfinished business. I'll tell you that much. You don't have any incomplete contracts. But, you know, like I said, there is still, this person's energy is still tied to you, making the transition kind of difficult. So the next person due to come in is a new person. No, you do not know who this person is. It's not somebody you've ever connected with. Now, that doesn't mean that there won't be a reconciliation attempt with an ex. Honestly, I'm not seeing that, but just to let you know, it's still possible. It is still possible, but if that was to happen, I would only give that maybe a 25% chance. But if that was to happen, just know there is no unfinished business. So there's no spiritual reason for you to get back with an ex. Let's see what kind of contract is due to come in next.
She said he isn't healed, the ex.
All right. Queen of Swords. Yeah, okay. So you'll probably be on a little solo venture for a little bit to give you the chance to shed the old energy off. But the next person that's due to come in, you will recognize them instantly. There will be a really strong feeling of soul recognition. It's a very, very, very near and dear member of your soul family. You'll be hit pretty hard with that feeling of like I've met you before, but I don't know where I know you from. That Six of Cups energy, really intense feeling of soul recognition. A lot more potential for a life partnership. But like I said, right now, if you just stay on your path and do your thing, it might be a little solo journey for a little bit while you're releasing all that old energy and getting your strength back and whatnot. But the next person due to come in, life partnership.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay. All right. Anything else? Or is that the last one?
Badeet, badeet.
Badeet, badeet. That's a little inside joke. So
That means that's all, folks.
yeah, you know how at the end of what was it, Looney Tunes back in the day? Porky Pig would go beep, beep,
It's
beep,
not
beep.
Porky Pig,
Yeah,
is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Bugs Bunny.
No. Beep, 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 but that's all, folks. And I
So
don't
we
know
say badeet, badeet.
what we were talking about 4 or 5 years ago, but she just started saying it. So now, whenever something's done, she goes badeet, badeet.
Badeet, badeet. That's all, folks.
All right, cool. Sweet. That
So,
was fun.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get the timestamps in the comments, and then we will see you next week.
Yeah. So just to let you know, for those of you right now who are thinking about it, if you were thinking about getting one, anything that comes in right now will be done next week. You can pre-order anytime. Doesn't matter. So anything that comes in after this will be done next Sunday. So
Right.
appreciate y'all again. I'm going to try to get some more stuff done on my main channel tonight. So hopefully I'll see you all here in a little bit. All
Have
right?
a good night, everybody.
Later.
Bye.